In this video, you will be answering a couple of questions that NBA general managers have to go through on a daily basis. Now the rules are quite simple. I'll be asking you questions where you as the viewer choose which player you want to draft, which player you want to sign out of free agency, and much more. Just make sure to lock in your choice before the timer runs out. Now once you've made your pick and the timer runs out, I'll be revealing the answers from worst to best. The number on the top of your pick should be tallied up for the end of the video to see whether or not you'd make a good NBA general manager. Obviously, the higher the number, the better you did. So without further ado, let's get started. So for the very first question, based on these college stats, you have to draft your starting point guard for this upcoming season. With 25 seconds left on the clock, make your pick. Now it's time to reveal the players. The worst pick on this list was Markelle Fultz, where you should tally 0 points. The second pick was Kemba Walker, where you should tally 1 point. And the best pick was Steph Curry, where you should tally 2 points. For the second question, based on these previous season stats, you have been offered a trade that determines your starting shooting guard for this upcoming season. With 15 seconds on the clock, make your pick. Now it's time to reveal the players. If you decided to decline this trade and keep Andrew Wiggins, you should tally 0 points. And if you decided to accept this trade and receive Zach LaVine, you should tally 1 point. Now I know this might cause some controversy, however if you take a look at their per game career stats, Zach LaVine is the better player on paper. For the third question, based on these previous season stats, you have to sign your starting small forward for this upcoming season. With 25 seconds left on the clock, make your pick. Now it's time to reveal the players. The worst option on this list was Victor Oladipo, where you should tally 0 points. The second best option on this list was Norman Powell, where you should tally 1 point. And the best option on this list was Tobias Harris, where you should tally 2 points. For the fourth question, based on these previous season stats, your starting power forward is asking for a contract of $49 million in 3 years or else he walks. With 15 seconds on the clock, make your pick. Now it's time to reveal the player. If you decided to offer this contract to Davis Bertans, you should tally 0 points. And if you didn't offer this contract, then you should tally 1 point. Now for the fifth question, based on these previous season stats, you must decide if you want to sign and trade your previous starting center or re-sign him to keep him as your starting center for this upcoming season. With 25 seconds left on the clock, make your pick. Now it's time to reveal the players. The worst option on this list was to re-sign Enes Kanter, where you should tally 0 points. The second best option was to sign and trade for Clint Capella, where you should tally 1 point. And the best option was to sign and trade for Nikola Vucevic, where you should tally 2 points. For the sixth question, based on these previous season stats, you have been offered a trade that determines your sixth man for this upcoming season. With 15 seconds left on the clock, make your pick. Now it's time to reveal the players. If you decided to decline this trade and keep Malik Monk, you should tally 0 points. and if you decided to accept this trade and receive Lou Williams, you should tally 1 point. For the 7th question, based on these college stats, you have to draft your backup big man for this upcoming season. With 25 seconds left on the clock, make your pick. Now it's time to reveal the players. The worst pick on this list was Josh Jesus, where you should tally 0 points. The second best pick was Mason Plumlee, where you should tally 1 point. And the best pick was Kevon Looney, where you should tally 2 points. For the 8th question, based on these previous season stats, your backup wing player is asking for a contract of $40 million in 3 years or else he walks. With 15 seconds on the clock, make your pick. Now it's time to reveal the player. If you decided not to offer this contract to Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, you should tally 0 points, and if you did decide to offer the contract, you should tally 1 point. For the 9th question, based on these previous season stats, you must sign a backup forward for this upcoming season. With 15 seconds left on the clock, make your pick. Now it's time to reveal the players. If you decided to sign Jake Layman, you should tally 0 points, and if you decided to sign Dorian Finney-Smith, you should tally 1 point. For the final question, based on these previous season stats, you have to sign your backup guard for this upcoming season. With 25 seconds left on the clock, make your pick. Now it's time to reveal the players. If you decided to sign Reggie Jackson, you should tally 0 points. If you decided to sign Dennis Schroeder, you should tally 1 point. And if you decided to sign Marcus Smart, you should tally 2 points. Now that concludes this NBA quiz, and for those that are curious, the best possible team consists of Steph Curry at the 1, Zach LaVine at the 2, Tobias Harris at the 3, choosing not to sign Davis Bertans, Nikola Vucevic at the 5, Lou Williams as the 6th man, Kevon Looney as the backup big, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope as the backup wing player, Dorian Finney-Smith as the backup forward, and Marcus Smart as the backup guard. Make sure to leave a comment on what you scored out of 15 and subscribe to my channel for more NBA content like this.